Hello students of 9th standard. We have started the lesson number 9, environmental management. In that we are going to see, you can see new points here. Before that you have seen various points. Now today you are going to see new points which are related to the first aid. See here, the main objective of a first aid is prevention of a death. That means you want to do this process before going to the hospital, and you want to prevent the, you can say, deterioration of the health, and you want to start the process of the rehabilitation. That means you have to give the treatment to the persons before going to the hospital. Hence it is important to know about the emergency measures or first aid practices to be followed. Basic principles of first aid, life and resuscitation. They are called as A, B, C. Which are they? See here, airway, breathing and circulation. First we are going to see airway. If the victim has the difficulty of breathing, the head should be held in a backward sloping position. Suppose if the person is having a problem of breathing, then his head should be held in a backward sloping position, or his chin should be raised this way. Then see, so that the respiratory passage remains open. So whatever the air that is coming should be reached to the lungs very clearly. Then see, breathing. If breathing has stopped, the victim should be artificially ventilation by the mouth resuscitation. What you have to do, if suppose the breathing has been completely stopped, you have to give mouth to mouth respiration to the, you can say, victim. Next comes circulation. If the victim is unconscious, then after giving mouth to mouth respiration twice, the heart should be pressed downward by palms. So what it is done, see, if the victim is unconscious, and what we have to do, we have to give mouth to mouth respiration, and you have to press with the palms on his chest in the downward direction. 15 times you want to press it. This is called as a cardiopulmonary resuscitation, which is called as CPR. It helps to bring the circulation back to the normal. So this is about the, you can say, ABC, that is nothing but airway, breathing and circulation. Disaster management is an action implanted through proper planning, organized activity and coordination. See, whenever there is a disaster, for doing the disaster manage, there should be, you can say, proper planning, or you can say the activity should be organized, and there should be also coordination. What it includes, see there, prevention of losses and danger. So there should be prevention of the losses and danger. Improving the tolerance. Then see, providing relief from the disaster, minimizing the intensity and extent of the harm. We should always see that how less we are harmed, or how, you can say, to the intensity, how we can minimize the intensity of the harm. Then see, you have to prepare yourself to face the disaster. Then see, whatever the disaster may be caused, immediate action should be taken on to the disaster situation. Assessment of the damages and intensity of the disaster should be always known. Arranging rescuer, there should be rescuer after the disaster has happened. You should help the people who are affected by the disaster. Then again see, you have to do their rehabilitation and also rebuilding them. Then see next one, bleeding. If the victim is injured and bleeding through the wound, suppose if the victim is injured or he is having a bleeding through the wound, then the wound should be covered with the antiseptic pad and pressure applied on it for 5 minutes for either by thumb or you can say palm. What you have to do, if a victim, he is having a bleeding, so what you have to do, you have to take an antiseptic pad and you have to keep it on his wound and you have to press it with the palm or you can say with the thumb. This you have to do for 5 minutes. Then see, if he is suffering from you can say fracture or any impact on the vertebral column, you can say what you have to do. If he is having a bone fracture, it is essential that the fracture part be immobilized. It can be done with the help of available wooden rods, batons, rulers. So what you have to do, if his bones are broken, you have to give him support with the help of the ruler or with the help of the batons or with help of the rods. If there is impact on the you can say vertebral column, the patient should be immobile or firm stretcher. What it should be done? The patient, if he is suffering from the vertebral column fracture, so he should be laid down or he should not be you can say he should not be moved or he should be kept on the firm stretcher. If there are burns, if the victim is suffering from the burns, what you have to do? It is beneficial to hold the injured part under clean and cold flowing water for at least 10 minutes. What you have to do? You have to keep this burning part on the running water. Then see, if there are you can say sprains, twisting or convulsion, what we should do? The rice remedy should be applied. What is that rice remedy? See, you have to give victim to sit in an erect position. You have to apply ice on the injured part. After the ice pack treatment, the injured part should be massaged gently. You have to keep the injured part raised. So these are the you can say positions whatever you have to do if you are having a sprains or twisting or you can say contusions. Then see, how to transport the victim or a patient. There are various methods. They are nothing but cradle method, carrying piggyback, then again see human crutch method is there, pulling or lifting method is there, carrying on four-handed chair is there, carrying on two-handed chair is there, then stretcher is there. So all these are you can say methods. So cradle method is useful for the children or who are underweight victims. Then see, carrying piggyback, it is useful for carrying the persons who are unconscious. Then see, human crutch method. If one of the leg is injured, the victim should be supported with the minimum load on the other leg. Pulling or lifting, this is used for carrying an unconscious patient through a short distance. Then see, carrying on four-handed chair. This is useful when support is needed for the part below the waist. Then see, carrying on the two-handed chair. It is useful for the person who cannot use their hands but can hold their body upright. Then stretcher. In emergency, if there is a you can say emergency state or there is if a conventional stretcher is not available, then a temporary stretcher can be made by using the bamboos or you can say by using the blankets. Then see, other emergency measures. Boats are used for the civil administration to rescue people trapped in the flooded area. Suppose the persons are trapped in the flooded area, we can use the boats to rescue them. There are various emergency measures. Wooden boats, bamboo floats, air-filled rubber tube for from tire can be used to take the advantage. Fire extinguisher. is one of the, you can say, portable appliance that can be used or it can be carried anywhere wherever you want. Various appliances are used to put the, you can say, fire. So there is these types of the things you can take the help of this advantage of these types of the things and you can rescue the life of the people.